more. I'm ready if you are. Go retweet this bitch. One more. Hello. How's everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever this broadcast may find you. Welcome to another episode of Old Man Listens. Today we will consider David Bowie's masterpiece. I wish I could. 1977, Low. Part of the Berlin trilogy. Now, I gotta tell you that I'm kind of I'm blowing my load all at once. What I mean by this is that I'm telling you everything that I know about this right ahead of time, because I can't say that I know much. It's one of those shock of shock moments type of thing. It's like, wait a second, you actually don't know this record? Yeah, dude, I don't know this record. I don't know, growing up I wasn't a David Bowie fan. I mean, I liked him. He was around, but it was on radio, you know? It's like it was around all the time, so my feeling about it was more, well, I mean, I can listen to it whenever I want, I guess. You know? So, this album fell under my radar. Now, I got a lot of David Bowie albums. I love David Bowie. I just never had this record. It'll happen, eventually, I figured, and it did. Those of you who were around yesterday for Ronnie's Box to hear the story of Ronnie's Box, well, you should know that this was Ronnie's Box. This was another one of those records that I received due to a hardcore record collector who died and was a friend of my former pot dealer, Big Ronnie. So, I received the record and it's like, hey man, here's a chance for me to play it. Here's a chance for me to become completely familiar with it, you know? So, I mean, I know the songs, you know, I know whatever hits there are, but I was taking a look back here, and were there any hits? Was any of this on the radio? I mean, I recognize the title, Sound and Vision, but that's because he had a Sound and Vision tour, and I think he may have even had a Sound and Vision album, but I don't think I know any other titles on this. I don't think I know anything on the record. So, I mean, if it's one of those hit records that's never been on radio or that kind of thing, then I'm really looking very forward to hearing this, because it'll be that I don't know the record. I don't know the record. Sound and Vision may have been a bit popular. Okay, well, look, I mean, I know about the Sound and Vision tour because that happened during my time type of thing, many years later. But it's good. It gives me something to look forward to, because I'm a Bowie fan. Okay, I like David Bowie. It's just I never came across this stuff, right? So now that I have it and this record has story, it's going to be fantastic. I know I'm going to like it. I know I'm going to have a good time. It helps a whole lot to know that there's a ton of you out here who are telling me, dude, man, I've heard that this might be, you know, for many people, it's their favorite David Bowie record. There you go, Plastic Bag. Right there, Plastic Bag. It's your favorite Bowie album. This makes me happy. This is the way it is that I want to share this experience. So what is part of the Berlin trilogy? There were 3 of them, right? Can somebody tell me, please? I know that the man was highly, highly, highly drugged up during this time as well. So, Heroes, Low, and Lodger. Okay, thank you. I don't know Lodger either, in which case. I don't think that I even know what the cover of Lodger looks like. Which kind of makes no sense. It's impossible I haven't seen the cover to Lodger. Impossible. But when you tell me Lodger, I don't remember. I don't know. It's not bringing anything. Were there any hits? Mark Riva says, "Hello, Sam. You rocked your 666 t-shirt over the weekend." Yeah, baby. This is a Coke and Milk album. Yeah, wasn't this the kind of period where it's like, I think I had read something that the dude didn't eat anything. All he did was do cocaine, drink milk, and eat like 1 red pepper a day or something like that. He went to Berlin to detox, right? Okay. And he went to Berlin to detox with, what's his name? Iggy Pop? Was that the deal, or was Iggy Pop still all coked out? I mean, I'm asking all of these questions because I genuinely don't know, and because I want to know. Okay. So no huge hits on Lodger, for example. Just minor ones like DJ, Boys Keep Swinging, and Look Back in Anger. Okay, in which case I don't know any of these songs. Chris says he's wearing his 666 shirt. Yeah, bitch. I love it. The real ones stand up. Yeah, man, we're going to have a good time listening to this. To me, the entire thing, the entire point of this is to create an event around the record so that I can remember the first time that I listened to it. And I can't think of a better way to listen to a piece of music for the first time than with a bunch of fans, especially when it's a record that's got this much, when it's David Bowie. It's got this much hype on it. Anything David Bowie's going to have hype on it, but this one especially, there's a few of those, right? Space Oddity. You know what I'm talking about. Station to Station. I'm a fan of Aladdin Sane. I really like Aladdin Sane. Anyway. Yeah, Iggy was doing heroin. Bowie was a coke guy. There you go. Okay. So yeah, I mean, to me, there's no better way to do this than listen to it with a bunch of people who know the record and enjoy a conversation in exactly that manner. One time did you listen to it? Have I listened to this one? This is a first-time reaction. I've never listened to this record before. I have like a dozen David Bowie records, but I've never heard this one. I've never heard Lodger either, it turns out. So to me, it's exciting to know that there's a bunch of people that are pumped to hear it. There's a bunch of people who are big Bowie fans and are saying that it's their favorite record. So we're going to have fun. I mean, I'm curious. I might be the only one in the room this time, but how many of you don't know this record other than myself? Is there anybody else? I don't know this record. But I'm just curious. Have I heard Station to Station? Yes, I've heard Station to Station. Seen a lot of new people. I'm glad to see all of you. If you enjoy this kind of broadcasting, is this the first time you watch this show, by the way? How many of you are first-timers here? Like first-timers. James the Film Buff has never heard it. Dude, I guess it's going to be you and me then. Chance Ames says has never heard it either. That's awesome. Ziggy Stardust says, I thought David Bowie fans didn't like this album. Dude, I don't give a fuck what fans like or don't like. I don't. But I'm pretty sure that this album is very highly regarded. Crampy Stilson says he's never heard it. Mark Durkin says this is the first one that he listens to since Radiohead. God damn, that is a while, eh? Well, gotta tell you something, Mark Durkin. I've done these old man videos 3 times a week. Every single week since that Radiohead. No, actually not since that Radiohead. But I've been doing 3 times a week all year. Alright? Glad that you guys are here. I'm sure that we're going to have a good time. Please share your experiences with us. I mean, that's the idea. Okay, where are you guys actually listening from? This is something that I'm a little bit curious about as well. Always. Like right now, it's 1 p.m. or 1:10 p.m. here in Canada, in Montreal, where I live, which means that it would be later on in the evening across Europe. And my feeling is that probably we have more people across Europe watching than we do people in the States or Canada, because they might be in the middle of the day out and about type of thing. Austria, yeah, bitch. I love the architecture in Austria. Oh my God, so gothic. It's my thing. The Netherlands is the one place in the world I'd go live if I wasn't living in Canada. I'd love to go live in, like, Tilburg or something. Brazil. Good luck with Argentina. All right, listen, friends. Those of you who are new here, I hope that you do like the concept. I really do want you to know that when you come here and you see an old man, the idea is to listen, to bring people who know the album and are passionate about the album, and invite them to share their experience with those of us that don't know. We call it VJ Hive Mind. And it's really quite a great place as well to learn music. Up until now, all of the albums that I've done are albums I didn't know. Taco Salad, LA, yeah, you're up a little early, aren't you? Okay, well, most of the albums that I've played are albums that I know. Now, in this case here, look what I'm putting up. Astral Weeks. It wasn't Astral Weeks on Monday, but today is Wednesday. Friday, you'll notice that we're doing Black Sabbath, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. That'll be a case where we're going to be listening to an album that I know very well. An album that I grew up with, and an album that I have a ton of stories. So it's going to be old man classics type of thing, okay? I want to be able to talk about the albums that influenced me. I want to be able to talk about the albums that made me happy, that meant a lot in my life, and share my stories with you. Okay, so look for VJ Classics or Old Man Listens to VJ Classics type of thing. We'll have that stuff done. Yeah, man, on Friday, Black Sabbath, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. It's an original copy. It's an original UK pressing. And there's a story behind it, too, on how I got the record. So I always say that streaming isn't really the way to go, because streaming is very quick and temporary, and it isn't conducive at all to listening to an entire record. So this show is very much the anti-algorithm. I am the last DJ. You understand? No algorithms. I play what I want. I don't stick to a format. We do our thing. And what it does is it creates an event, and it brings back the idea of old radio. You remember when you used to listen to something on the radio? Hey, it's the new single from. And you'd listen to it, and everybody would fucking hey, yeah, man, they're debuting the new single on this radio station. And you'd wait for that single to be dropped. And then the next day you'd go to school, God damn, did you hear that? And then you wait for Tuesday, when the album finally comes out. Because way back then, at least in my world, back in the 80s and that kind of thing, the new album days weren't Friday. The new album drops happened on Tuesday. And it's the stories. Like for me, it was a routine, it was a ritual, and that's one of the things that you guys have to understand with a show like this. This show, for somebody who just wants to listen to the music, it's not for you, man. It's not. I don't want to talk. I'm not looking to blow up the audience. I'm looking to find the right audience. To me, it's a lot more important. And the right audience can be people who don't know the experience that I just described right now, the experience of listening to something. You see, what was happening back then, think of it, radio, right? We'd all be listening to our radio. We'd all be tuned in to a moment in time. The same thing with television, right? When there used to be, 8 p.m. slot meant something. Okay, that's when Dallas would go and all the big shows would go. Well, that put everybody in the same place. Now, obviously, now anyone can watch anything whenever the fuck they want. So it's changed the experience completely. What it is that it's done is it's taken away from the communal aspect of watching something together all at once. Listening to something together all at once. And seeing that doesn't exist in music anymore, I'm trying, to me, doing this is my way of bringing that kind of radio back. So sure, this week is Classics Week, but next week might be albums that you've never heard before. And you'll have a chance to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So when Taco Salad says 80s Appointment TV, yeah, you knew, like on Sundays, the fucking season finale, you're not missing it. Who Shot JR, the season premiere, you're not missing that shit. You're going to be right there. Top of the Pops, absolutely. That's what I'm there for. That's what I'm talking about. Here in Canada, it wasn't Top of the Pops. I used to look forward to Soul Train. Soul Train was my jam. You know? So, bringing back that spirit of radio is pretty important. Now, if you like this kind of thing, you see Poopies just to say, Jesus Christ, are we going to listen to Low? He's busting my balls. He's a patron and everything. Because if he wasn't busting my balls, I'd tell him to go fuck himself. You understand? But if you like this kind of broadcasting, understand that I don't have a boss. You guys are the boss. The patrons are the boss. A radio station doesn't pay me to do what I do. Sirius Satellite Radio doesn't pay me to do what I do. You guys pay me to do what I do. The patrons. There are 628 of us right now. And if you like this kind of broadcast, there is great honor to being a patron of the arts. So I'd like to invite you, new people, to become a patron. Patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies. You can become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a day. Rather than just listen to it passively, be a part of it. To me, there's honor in that. Alright. Are we going to drop the needle on this? We've got 56 people that showed up on YouTube. We got 44 on Twitch. I mean, if I wanted, I already know that we can do the pregame for longer and more people will show up. But I think I might be ready here. I mean, I took an edible, so that's kicked in. I just finished smoking a PAX, so that's there. My coffee machine didn't fucking work today. It makes me crazy, so I didn't have any caffeine. Again, one of those things where you take yourself out of your routine. I'm a guy of routine. No espresso shots. 0 fucking espresso shots. Usually in the morning, it's 6 espresso shots. A triple shot in each cafe au lait. Or, well, cappuccino, actually. You understand? So, none of that happened this time. Hey, let's hit that 666 again, man. Seriously, become a patron. I put up the link. Let me put it up again. Those of you who have already hit 666 with us last month, here's your t-shirt. Here's the link where you can go get your t-shirt. If you are one of the first 666 patrons of Vinyl Junkies, you are eligible for this shirt. This shirt will eventually go out of print. Why? Because it's something that I like doing for the community. It's something that we've done together. That's it. That's what the deal is. So I'm seeing so many new names. I'm seeing Ollie633, Zaffron Moon. So many fucking new names. Step up. Become patrons. Arnold Rios Osorio. All new names. James Crothers. Oh, no, James Crothers knows me. He's asking about espresso, so you must know me. You understand? What prize are you fucking talking about? What prize are you talking about, Freud? I know you're a patron, but you're asking me a question. Did I talk about a prize? You remember the blue RCA label? That's not a fucking prize, dickhead. You gotta buy it. A prize. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you for free. Send me your address. I know he's not saying that. I just feel like yelling at him. Listen, sorry, Freud, understand something. I haven't had that caffeine today. I'm taking it. I'm taking it out on you. Okay, now actually I have a question. No, I'm not gonna freak out, dudes. I have a question though. This is a real one. You see, this is why we do pregame. I have a certain bag of mushrooms here. It's a good bag of mushrooms. It's a half ounce of golden teachers. In your opinion, do you think, and this is legal in Canada, so don't fucking start with me, you people. Okay? Yeah, these are the golden teachers. So my question is, honest question though, tell me the truth. Is this a psychedelics type album? Is this an album that'll go well with with mushrooms? Because if so, there's time for me. Honest answer, yes. Okay, you see, when it comes to Nathan, if Nathan says yes, then I would say the second side yes. Okay, so look. That's what I'm having. Okay. And, actually, you know what? Let me do better than that. Let me get a cap. I want a cap. Instead of eating a stem, I've heard that there's more of the goodness in the cap. So, here's a cap. This is part of the pregame. How many of you here for the first time and are wondering, what the hell is this guy doing? I'm curious. No, seriously, I mean, I'm not going to make fun of you for it. Curious. How many of you are watching this shit for the first time and it's like, what is this dude doing? How many of you know the show? Where did you get to know the show? Okay? Down the hatch. So the hope is that this'll hit nice by the time side 2 comes along. So when side 2 comes along, I should be shroomed out. Is that okay? Sorry, man, I'm chewing my mushroom. It's important to chew your mushroom very, very properly. So, I'm thinking I might want to fix myself a drink, right? I mean, I'm drinking water. Let's just say, by the way, that it's 1:30 in the afternoon over here, so I'm not exactly drinking, it's 9 a.m. So I'm thinking if I can't have that, listen, what do I need a smoothie for? I like the taste of mushrooms. I gotta try her smoothie method. I'm sure that your smoothie is delicious, but you can put anything in a fucking smoothie and it can taste good. You put enough smoothie, you can fucking smoothie a turd. And somehow you'll make it taste nutty. Yes or no? Alright? So I'm getting all the mushrooms out of my teeth. See, that's another way that we can do. What you do is to save energy, Tamara, this is another way we could do it. Instead of making a smoothie, what you do is you get like somebody to chew it for you. And then everybody knows that it sticks in your teeth. Then you hire somebody else with a toothpick to go and get all the fucking mushroom mush out of the person's teeth. And then we can just eat that. It'll be pre-chewed. It'll be pre-chewed. You see? We can do that too. It's because she's saying, Jiu-Jitsu saying it gives you a slow, consistent high. You see that? I don't think about these things. But you should know, Tamara, Jiu-Jitsu is a very, very experienced druggie. She's been known to sniff lines of coke off superstars' ass. The only ones we know about right now, she's actually sniffed a line of coke off Burt Reynolds' ass. It's true. While he was filming that movie with Mark Wahlberg, the porno movie. She was there. She was there. It's true. All right. This ought to be good. If you like what we do here, tip your old man. That's me. You know, like I'm working. Yeah, Boogie Nights. That's the one. Oh, yeah, for sure. Tamara sniffed a line of coke right off Burt Reynolds' ass on on the set of Boogie Nights. Do you like Motley Crue? Do you like Motley Crue? I have stories. Tamara's a very, very big deal in our little community here. She used to live around superstars because she lives like in Hollywood. You know that video of Motley Crue? Where they're just Vince Neil is in the big hot tub. He's in the limousine hot tub. And they're driving down Hollywood Boulevard. They're driving down Sunset Boulevard. And he's got girls all around him. And Nikki Sixx is in there. And they're all hanging out in the fuck tub all together. You ever see that? You don't know this. But right before they started filming, Tamara sniffed a line of coke off Nikki Sixx's ass. And then she got a little scambobulated. It was one of those shots of coke that made her all fucked up in the head. Like she became a bit Corky Buchek, you know. She became like that a bit. So she lost a bit of consciousness. And she wound up under the water in the fuck tub. And you see all the other girls over there with their little bikinis? With Nikki Sixx and Vince Neil? Yes. One of our very own vinyl junkies, Tamara Jiu-Jitsu, was there. This is a radio show for the stars. You didn't know that, did you? All right, I think I might be ready. Dude, it's a great precursor monologue to David Bowie. I would ask you, Loop, to explain what you mean by this. Is there a theme I should be familiar with? Actually, that's a fair question. Is there a theme to this record that I should be familiar with? What do you think is of interest that I should listen to? That I should read from you guys in the comments that you think will enhance my experience of the record? More a context than a theme. Okay, now the second question that I have is... and again, I'm looking for opinions. Please, no nerd fights. I don't do nerd fights. You know this. You start nerd fights, I throw you out. Simple. Everybody's talking about side B. All right? So, why side B so much more enthusiastically than side A? I'm curious. Because you're kind of almost making it seem... Not that they're diametrically opposed, but like there's going to be some break that separates A and B. So I'm wondering, in your opinions, what is it that separates the A and the B? Side 2 is more instrumental, okay. For me, more instrumental's a good thing. Abstract and odd, well look, abstract and odd is always a very good thing for me. When you add the fact that Bowie, I think, is fantastic. And now you're telling me that Brian Eno's involved in this? Yeah, well, that's going to be massive. I mean, I'm a huge Brian Eno fan. Big respect, you know? So it's all instrumentals, side B. Holy fucking, Robert Fripp is on this sometimes too. Robert Fripp of, what's it called? King Crimson. No, no, Mitchell, I've never heard the record. How you doing, Mitchell? See, this is another reason that I like kind of the preamble when it comes to this, that so many of us are patrons here. We know each other now. This is a community. We know each other. So for me, it's like you see the new people just begin coming in. They just spotted it. Carbonara's here. We know you, Carbonara. Runyon, of course. You understand? And those that we don't know, well, we ask them, we invite them to become patrons, and one day we'll know them too. So, patreon.com/, patreon.com/vinyljunkies. Go become a patron. Let's get back up to 666. I'm glad that it'll work with the shrooms. That's the idea. I know this. Oh, fuck. Yeah, man, you guys should know this, eh? We've already voted the albums in for future Old Man Listens. But there are more available here. We've already done the White Stripes Elephant, but if you want to see any of these albums crowdfunded, these are the top 6 that you guys voted on in our last round of voting for possible Old Man videos. So we've already done and funded White Stripes, but The Cure, LCD Sound System, Muse, Black Keys, and Modest Mouse are all up for funding. The best part about it is that you can fund it for as little as $1. Okay? You know, want to go one step further, which I think is also very cool. How many of you, and in this room it wouldn't surprise me if there's a bunch of you, how many of you are familiar with The Caretaker? Or let me ask you another question. Well, listen, man, if it's your favorite album of all time, then go fund it. Go put a few bucks towards it so that we can do the show. How many of you are not familiar? Let's put it this way. How many of you are not familiar with The Caretaker? Okay? And I'm guessing that the vast majority of you are going to say you're not familiar with The Caretaker. Okay, so Jake Wynn's not. Antec is. Square P does not know it. Aphex Twin doesn't. Oh, fuck. Aphex Twin, dude. Chance Aim doesn't know it. Night Stations does. 13th Street Jimmy, who are you? I don't know you from the Patreon. Everywhere at the End of Time. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Well, you guys can crowdfund this fucker in a very, very nice way, as a matter of fact. Why can't it won't go up. The picture won't go up. What it is that we're doing is we're going to do The Caretaker everywhere at the end of time. This record stretches over 18 sides. It's 6.5 hours long. Okay? And it's meant to be listened to exactly there. Because, again, how many of you don't know this? Listen carefully, man. Listen carefully for this one because it's good. Okay? Especially those who like art. It's a 6.5 hour piece that's stretched out over 18 sides of music. Alright? So the equivalent of 9 full albums, but some of them are doubles. What it is that we're going to do, and the concept behind this is this entire 6.5 hours plays in the mind of a human being, of a person, of an old person who is slowly going through the process of dementia and memory loss. So you start hearing the music, and the music is based on, for those of you who know The Shining, you know, the Stephen King novel, the movie with Jack Nicholson, here's Johnny, right? Okay? You remember the music in the bar? The music that goes through that entire thing as a theme is all music that sounds like it's directly inspired by that Stanley Kubrick film, The Shining. It's directly inspired by the music that's playing during the bar scene. And what you do is you hear this old guy, the inside of his head, and you hear him listening to the music, and you just hear the slow disintegration that happens with memory loss and dementia. And I've listened to the first 4 sides. We have listened to the first 4 sides together. And we all realized, no, man, this is something that we got to do it together. This is basically sound art. We got to listen to this as an installation. All 6.5 hours together. And so we're crowdfunding that. And it's funny, Jake says, what is that to crowdfund? $3,000? No, $900. And we're already 1/3 there. Okay? Basically, if you're going to spend even 5 minutes, you don't want to spend 5 minutes. This is going to be, when we crowdfund this episode, this is going to be an episode that you're going to want to take the time off for. Do mushrooms. Smoke some pot. Have yourself a drink. And sit back for 6.5 hours and listen to this shit happen. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to be an experience that you won't get anywhere else on the internet. But I went through the trouble and considerable expense for the show to get all of these records. And now I got them all. So, if we crowdfund that, the album artwork actually, it coincides. And each album, I don't have them right here at the moment, but each album is presented as, well, I'm going to save this for the fucking show. Okay? Yeah, it's way more than an album. It's an experience. It's going to be one of those experiences that you're not going to forget. I'm not overhyping it. Okay? And if you stick with it, it's something that I'm pretty sure that you're going to have an appreciation. Will there be an intermission? No intermission. There won't be any intermission. It has to be the whole fucking thing. 6.5 hours together. Has to be. The whole point is, can you listen to it? What does it make you feel during that entire time? It's like going to an art museum. It is an art museum, but the art isn't visual necessarily, it's auditory. So I'm looking extremely forward to doing this. Really, it's going to be great. The crowdfund link is there. If you're going to spend some time here, throw a few bucks towards it. Bearded Cog says, I'll definitely have you interested. Dude, I'm not fucking blowing smoke. It's going to be that good an experience. It's going to be for sure. No corky breaks. Because when I take a piss, I'm going to go take a piss, and that's it. Okay? To me, I want to respect the piece as a piece. I want to present the music as an installation, as a sound installation. You understand? So I don't want... The show that's going to happen around it is this. Okay? And again, here's the link to go fund it. Put $5 towards it even. Once we hit $900, we hit there. Alright. We're going to go a step further with this. Along with this 6.5 hour set of records everywhere at the end of time, I have another 2 Caretaker records. And we're going to save those for the end of the night. What do you mean by that, Sam? Those of you who have been paying attention to this show for long enough know that, well, I've been doing this a long time and I haven't taken a single break. Today marks the 482nd or 481st day, Polam. Today is the 482nd straight day, consecutive day of broadcast. It coincides very directly with COVID and everything that we experienced together. The entire process. Gingivitis. And it's not over yet. Our world is still changed. We still haven't made every type of adjustment. I still haven't been vaccinated for my second one yet. Our travel plans are all fucked. Everything's still fucked. Everything's not back to normal. And so we still continue with the show. I've promised to go right up to 500. And 500 is less than 3 weeks away. All right? And on episode 500, I'm going to tell you what the end of the road is. I will announce the end of the road. Okay? How does this come into this whole thing with the Caretaker? It's as I've mentioned. Those of you who have listened to the show for a long time know that I go on long sometimes. Okay? I've done 8-hour shows on the regular. The longest show I've ever done started at 8 p.m. and ended at like 6:13 a.m. my time. The longest show I ever did was just over 10 hours and 13 minutes long. Long-ass show. I do this shit because I like doing this stuff and because I like pushing the boundaries of radio and pushing my own boundaries, just knowing that I did it. No other reason. So this Caretaker show, you're not only funding the Caretaker show. What it is that I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to break, which I'm sure I'm going to do it. But I'm going to go 12 hours. So whenever this show gets funded, the Caretaker show, we're going to do a 12-hour show around the Caretaker. I mean, once I'm going 6.5 hours, what the fuck? Might as well just go the other, whatever, and get it done. So, a 12-hour show is also what you're funding. Kind of crazy, right? Yep. Hey, man. Can't say I don't work hard for my patrons. I love you guys. I respect you guys. Thanks for letting me do this kind of thing. And I know I'm the man. I can create events around this stuff. I know the music. And if I'm able to move you towards a more qualitative experience, buying a turntable maybe, a tape deck even, just a more qualitative experience from just a stream, then I'm glad I did my job. That's what it is that I do. All right? All right, so why don't we get started? Do I record these on video? As if no, dude. Do I record these? Yes, I do record these. Okay, what Beans is referring to, if you read the comments, is that sometimes these videos go down immediately. They get blocked. Okay, and well, when they get blocked, there's nothing I can do. We're working on some things. I'm excited about the possibility of something that we're digging into to try to take care of this problem, but for now we're thieves. Okay, so, and they treat us like thieves. They block what we do. They block my work. The end of the road is the end of the streak. But there will be more shows after. It's just going to be a different thing. I'm not going to be on every night. That's basically it. I mean, I can't do this every night. I want to travel too. I want to take Vinyl Junkies on the road. I want to come and meet you guys. I mean, that's one thing that we know. All of us that have been patrons this entire time, this will end with a weekend in San Francisco. And we're making plans to rent out an entire floor of a hotel room so that we can do it proper and hang out proper and spend a weekend. Because at the end of the road, hey man, we went through some shit together. And it's nice to know that we'll be able to meet together. Bearded Cog, I will be traveling and taking Vinyl Junkies to various places. So I can't say Wales, but I know that a UK trip is going to happen at some point. And we're going to make an event of it. Each time, we'll make an event of it. We'll hang out, we'll have some foods together. We'll go out to record stores, we'll go record shopping. You guys, who are the locals there, you get to show me what the cool food is. You get to show me the good drinks. Visit a dispensary where we can get some weed and make a party of it. You understand? Peru. Dude, you don't have to twist my arm to come visit Peru, man. I love Latino people. I love them, man. I love them. I love your food. I love your music. I love everything. I have, just off the top of my head, I have 2 compilations of Peruvian funk music. More funky stuff. You know? But yeah, man. Our first stop is going to be San Francisco. And it's going to be patrons only. Always. Only patrons. I do this for you guys. And, we're going to have a big old fucking party weekend. So, it's worth it to be a patron, man. Being a part of a community is good. You can get it for free. On the other hand, it's $2 a month. I mean, give me a break, you know? You become part of the community. That's it. All right. I think I am ready, though. Let me just do a real quick search to see if... No, you see? No new patrons yet. Maybe a little later on, who knows. Alright, I'm ready to start this record here. The mushrooms have kicked in. Actually, my bong is nice and warm too, so I got a bong waiting for me, and I think I'm going to go fix a drink and chill out with all of you, all right? Very happy to be here with you. Thank you for making my first ever spin of David Bowie's Low special. Time for a bevy. A little drinky poo. Not going anywhere, the fridge is right here. Just gotta get some ice and get it done.
Breaking glass. What in the world can you do? What in the world can you do? I'm in the mood for your love. For your love. For your love. For your love. I'm just a little bit afraid of you, 'cause love will make you cry. But wait until the crowd goes. Oh, wait until the crowd goes. I'm just a little bit afraid of you. So deep in your room, you never leave your room. Something deep inside of me, yearning deep inside of me, is talking through the gloom. What in the world can I do? What in the world can I do? I'm in the mood for your love. For your love. For your love. Oh, what you gonna say? Oh, what you gonna do? Oh, what you gonna be to the real me? To the real me. Under the cool moon. Under the cool moon. Under fighting a ball. What you gonna say to the real me? To the real me.
I think I like listening to it on the speakers. Thoughts on vision. Blue, electric blue. That's the color of my room where I will live. Never heard this.
I will sit right down, waiting for the gift of sound and vision. And I will see, waiting for the gift of sound and vision. Drifting into my solitude, over my head. Don't you wonder sometimes?
That's Robert Fripp, eh?
About sound and vision.
Yeah, that's fun, man. I don't know that song, though. The fact that Robert Fripp is on this is everything.
Every chance that I take, and the red lights. I was always looking left and right. Oh, but always crashing in the same car. Jasmine, I saw you breathing. As I pushed my foot down to the floor, I was going round and round. Hotel garage must have been touching close to 94. But I'm always crashing in the same car.
I wish the swirly elements were pushed up. Maybe it's the pressing. Attack piano, nice.
Sometimes you get so lonely, sometimes you get nowhere. I've lived all over the world, I've left every place. So lonely, sometimes you get nowhere. I've lived all over the world, I've lived every place. So lonely.
So interesting listening to this record with a bunch of you and reading your commentary. Obviously, that's what makes the whole thing special. But some of the thoughts that were going through my head while listening to this is, it's like, okay, well, I got this masterpiece now. Or, just a masterpiece, whatever the hell that even means. Just this record that's very highly regarded from a musician that I regard highly as well. All I gotta do is now listen to it so I can understand why the people I'm listening to it with, namely all of you, feel as strongly as you do about it. It's not a disconnect, as in I don't get what the deal is. It's not like that. It's more like I feel like I'm an alien visiting planet Bowie right now. And I feel like it's something that I should know, but I don't know. The record feels completely alien to me. It's completely mind-boggling that I have not ever heard this record. It's mind-boggling to me. I'm thinking about it. I think it's because radio burnt me out on a lot of stuff. So it made it so that it was just there. Okay? I began becoming really interested in Bowie once he started going electronic. Once he started doing all of the weird stuff and basically became a persona non grata on radio. With Earthling. Little Wonder. I heard Little Wonder and it's like, wow. And to me, that's where it is that I saw the fucking chameleon. Little Wonder, Earthling is where I saw really what the chameleon was. To me, before that, it was almost like a fashion statement. Okay? But when I heard David Bowie take drum and bass elements and make them entirely his own, it's like, wow. And I was a fan from there, so I started buying like the Bowie records after that. I know, that's kind of weird, right? That's a little bit of a weird trajectory. But yeah, after that, what's the other one? Hearing I'm Deranged on the Lost Highway soundtrack. I loved that as well. To me, I was listening to Bowie and thinking, this motherfucker's not just some old guy trying to rehash anything. This guy is absolutely relevant. The music that he's making right now is completely relevant and connected to the day that it was recorded. And it's like, that's where it is that I started getting my big interest in David Bowie. So it's not so much that I ignored it. It's that the wall of hits basically blocked me from everything else. You have to understand, radio, man. A lot of radio is based on trying to sell you ads. They want to keep you there just long enough so that you can listen to the fucking commercials, because that's what the sweet spot is for them. They're making money. So what they do is they play you the same fucking songs over and over again. And they give you a hits radio. And basically, by doing that, they keep you there until the next commercial. So maybe you're going to go out and buy that new yogurt that's being sold all across Canada. And maybe, you know what? Next time you buy a car, you might think Ford. Because of the radio commercial. And if you have to buy a suit, I got a spot for you. He's local. You know what I'm saying? So, that whole part of that kind of commercial radio kind of ruined things for me a little bit. Seeing music commodified kind of bothered me. It still bothers me. It's the reason it is that I've been kept away from a lot of good art. I mean, White Stripes Elephant was fantastic. I loved it, but woo! Or what's the name of that? What? Dun dun dun. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong arena song. Dun 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 dun. You know? I don't know. It's my filtering process. Seven Nation Army, yeah, that's it. And I mean, ultimately, it's a song that I like. I played Bed and Breakfast yesterday on the show. That song? Yeah, I played that one too. So, I'm fully shroomed out here. I got still a nice warm bong. I got a nice Campari soda, keeping me refreshed. I'm at peak. You understand? I'm at that peak. It's very nice. I gotta say, it's very, very nice. And we're gonna listen to side 2. And this is exactly where I want it to be. We're gonna hear what you guys seem to like a lot. That's what I said. Bed and Breakfast. Now, I'm going to show you this here. Check it. Doves. There's a Doves record that came out last year, I think. The Universal Want. Now, we did another Doves album. An old man listens to Doves record because you guys wanted it. Turns out that Andy Williams, the drummer of the band, was listening to the show. So he wound up hanging out with us and telling stories while we were listening to the music. And he became a patron as well. Became a friend of the show. It all happened live. Go watch the Old Man Listens to Doves episode. It was there. It was all live. It was beautiful. And so I made him, well, a promise. Not that I made him a promise. I'm like, hey, look, I noticed you have another album there. I invited all of our listeners to go visit their website, you know. I'm all about making sure that the artist can get theirs. So when we do that, the new album comes out. And it's like, hey, you want to do something special? Let's do something special, Andy. If you send me your record, I'm going to do an old man of it. And I'd like to invite you to be on the show, if you wish to. And you never take it, I'm okay with no, because you don't know the personality. You don't know, maybe somebody's not comfortable, and that's okay. That's not something personal. It's just, they're not comfortable with it, you know? So I wasn't sure, extended the invite, and got an answer just today. It's like, hey man, I'm glad the record came in. And yeah, sure, let's set up a time. So folks, those of you who are fans of Doves, here's an impromptu news flash for you. A VJ news flash. We need that big, exciting fucking music. You know, that Roy Budd music. We need somebody to make that fucking... We need that music. You know what I'm talking about. How many of you know the Roy Budd Orchestra? Motherfuckers. No! It's the wrong noise. That's the fucking buzzer on the Family Feud. It's completely wrong. Roy Budd Orchestra. Do I have anybody who even knows what the hell I'm fucking talking about right now? Yes, Kermit the Frog music is good. Correct. The ticker music, yes. But why doesn't anybody... Where are all these people from the UK, for fuck's sake? You don't know who the Roy Budd Orchestra is? You don't know Roy Budd? Get Carter. The soundtrack to Get Carter. Jesus Christ, I feel alone in the world. I thought I was in a room full of music nerds. Yes. That's not bad. And breaking news. Andy Williams, drummer of the Doves, will be joining us for a brand new, splendid, sparkling episode of Old Man Listens to the Doves, the Universal Want, with special guest star Andy Williams, drummer of the Doves. Yes! 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 Okay, turn the fucking thing over. Oh. Yes, Moon River. He will sing Moon River with us. We will sing it together. You know how much... If your name is Andy Williams, you know how fucking fed up he is of hearing guys like you? Verdian, if you were in the room right now and you said that to Andy Williams, he'd want to fucking throat punch you. I just want you to know that. The fucker's name is Andy Williams. Don't you think he knows what Moon River is? Does he need you as the constant reminder? Everybody that mentions Moon River to him is another fucking simple moron. Another simple moron. Am I right, Andy? Am I right? Yeah, it's also a Fletch joke. Never saw the Fletch movies? The Fletch movies. Moon River. All right. What are we going to do here? We're going to do side 2. Looking forward to it. Hey, if you like what we do, become a patron. Join us at patreon.com/vinyljunkies. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. And we'll get our number right back up to 666, like we always do. Fletch was Chevy Chase, yes. It's when the doctor shoved a finger or a thermometer up his ass. He said, Moon River. You don't remember that scene? All right. So, why don't we do this side B? There's 92 people on YouTube. There's only 53 likes. Do you think we can arrange that? I'm just wondering if, maybe we should be able to get 100 likes, I figure, on YouTube. You know? Don't pay the ferryman! Don't even think twice! Don't pay the ferryman until he gets you to the other side. Wah! Wah! Anybody know that song? Krista Berg. Krista Berg. That's exactly fucking right. You see? That's a guy who used to listen to Shom FM growing up. You live in Montreal, you couldn't get away from Krista Berg. You couldn't get away from him. Radio, you know? All right. So what are we going to do now? We're going to listen to side B. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you like what we do, become a patron. Support the show. Are we going to get to 100 likes? Maybe we should wait until we hit 100 likes before we start, which is fine by me. I mean, I got nowhere to go, YouTube people. Do you have anywhere to go? I don't got anywhere to go. Let's just wait over here until we get 100 likes on YouTube. Thanks for the idea, dude. You're not wrong, Lucas. You're not wrong. I'm looking forward to doing the Black Sabbath one as well. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, I'm looking very forward to that. That's a Shrooms record. Sarah Cody, I have a question. You're enjoying yourself, aren't you? Are you enjoying the show? I'm glad that you enjoy my productions. I'm so happy. It's very cool, isn't it? Listening to music together. Are you a patron? Let's get to the point here. Are you a patron, Sarah? Because as the star of this show, of this little show that we do, I am giving you a personal invite. I'm extending a personal invite to you, Sarah Cody. I picked you out from the crowd. You know, like Paul Stanley? Like that. Paul Stanley of Kiss. I'm inviting you to become a patron. All new people, go become patrons. Patreon.com/vinyljunkies. I mean, enjoy the community. Be a part of the community then. For $2 or $5 a month, you become a patron. That's it. It's such a simple thing. It's such a kumbaya idea, isn't it? I like it, so I support it. So if you listen to me, especially if you listen to me 3 times a week, throw a fucking coin in the guitar box every once in a while. Become a patron. $2 a month. $5 a month. You understand? Why, when I could get it for free? Yeah, you could get Spotify for free. Go to Spotify. Go. Because you're in my house and I don't want to fucking talk to people who aren't part of this. That's why. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Do you understand? I like the idea of working for my people. I like that. It's nice. I don't care if the YouTube channel grows. I don't care. People who dig what we do will find it. And they'll support it. And they'll become patrons. So, all I do is I send out the invites. I mean, Joe Talbot of Idols became a patron, so I guess I did something right there. I'm really proud of the fact that Andy was able to hang out with us while we were doing Old Man Listens to Doves. That was completely impromptu. We didn't know this at all. And it turns out that now we're doing another thing. You know, that's the beauty of the show. That's the magic. That's the connective element of the show, the community element of the show. So become a patron, man. That's it. Become part of that. Because if you're not a patron, then you're not part of it. You're listening to it, sure, but you're not a part of it. My favorite part about it is that line that I put there, that line of community, that bullshit line I call it basically, I keep it so low that stepping over is the easiest thing in the world. Even a fucking poor person who genuinely likes the show still wants to support the show. I think I dig that. Last DJ, bitch. I'm not going to sell you a car. I can't be bought. I'm going to say exactly what I want to say. I'm going to take the show exactly where I want. We're going to play a bunch of music. And we're going to create radio that doesn't exist now. Gonzo Radio. I am your host. I am completely shroomed out right now. I've got a good amount of THC pumping through me. I got a nice drink. I'm feeling very nice. It's a nice experience to be able to connect with people like this, you understand? So I'm happy to do it. Now go become a fucking patron and say hi to me. Or fuck out of my... Get out of my yard! This is my yard party. I'm listening to David Bowie so everybody shows up. No, that's not true. You're all welcome. Alright. Let's do side B. I'm ready for this. I hope you are too. Oh, wait a second. What am I saying? We don't have 100 likes yet. Sorry, man, we can't yet. I was going to start, but we don't have 100 likes on YouTube, so I can't do it. It gives me the opportunity to have a drink, you know? It's nice. How's the weather there where you live? How is it? It's important to be refreshed. It's very important to be properly hydrated in the summertime. Okay, so thank you for the break. It gave me a chance to get hydrated while we work on getting 100 likes on YouTube, which might not happen. And that would be a tragedy, right? Because then we would never get to the music. And that would be fucking terrible. Wouldn't that be terrible? We'll take this moment to allow you to check out the Caretaker. These are all of the albums in question. I will play all of these albums when we do that show. Old Man Listens to the Caretaker everywhere at the end of time. Let's get that fully crowdfunded. That there is nearly 7.5 hours of Caretaker music. Plus, I'm going to add a show to that as well. An attempt to go 12 straight hours. So, why don't you crowdfund that effort, will you? And with that, look at what we did. Wow. Teamwork Communications. We did the Teamwork Communications together. Go team. We got a bunch of freeloaders to press the like button. Go fucking team. I even had to tell them to do it. You had to be told, didn't you? Not common courtesy. You're like, you know what I can't stand? Can I tell you what I can't stand when I used to go out in the world? I'm one of those guys that I open doors for people. Not for women, for people, for just anybody. If me and somebody are going for the door at the same time, I open the door, go through. No problem. You know how fucking crazy it is when people don't say thank you? It makes me crazy. It makes me fucking crazy. I'm not your servant, asshole. I'm trying to do something nice for you. And that's where it is that you see people, it's like, they disregard, you know? They disregard little mercies. They disregard little courtesies. And that's why what it is that I do is I clean up my garden. I like having only people that want to be here, good people. I get rid of all the garbage. Go become a patron. Go be good. Art needs to be supported, right? I got bills, how dare I? I'm working, right? I'm working. Are you not entertained? Go become a fucking patron, you freeloader. Patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies. The abuse is free. You want something that's 100% independent? This is the way you do something independent. You support it. So, where are my fucking punks? That's what I want to know. You want to know punk? See if I get co-opted by anything ever. You know? It's worth supporting, I think, but I'm not the one who makes the difference. You're the ones who make the difference, so go become a patron and see if we got somebody new to say hello to. All right. Side B. Let's listen to it. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, thanks for the tips, folks. Yeah, man. I'm your waiter. Would you buy me a drink? Would you smoke me on a joint? All right, well, there's a way to pay to do that virtually. Buy me a drink. Smoke me on a joint. There's your link. And thank you. Let's get to this. Thank you, Ruck. Thank you, for art's sake. miss this? How did I miss this? How the fuck did I miss this? Oh shit. How the fuck did I miss this? I really never knew that Bowie went here. Big surprise. can't believe that I don't know this. I mean, I'm hearing Tangerine Dream, I'm hearing Vangelis. Sure, I'm reading your comments at the same time and seeing, it's like feeling like you're in in Blade Runner. Yeah. At various points, I thought of Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan as well. Yeah. At other points, I was hearing gamelan bells. And I mean, to be bringing all of those elements into something that I was not expecting from a Bowie record. I mean, that's my favorite Bowie side. Did you hear that? That was me. I just I got two esophagus gurgles just came up as I was trying to be all. Yeah, it's for me. That's an incredible album side, but it's also pretty. I mean, I feel like a fucking alien. There's still a lot more to Bowie. It seems that that's right there. I mean, I'm saying this as I'm shrooming, and I talk about how the Mushroom Kingdom is something that you kind of enter, and any musician has, any big musician with a fair size catalog has their own mythology attached to them. There's the Frank Zappa mythology, of course. And, the Primus mythology. You can go on and on. You get into their worlds and they create a complex world. I mean, frankly, that's kind of what it is that I'm trying to do with the show here, And when I hear a piece like this, it makes me feel like, okay, well, seems like there's an entire oeuvre there. All of a sudden, it's making me think of David Bowie not as somebody who released albums, but somebody who kind of just created his own oeuvre, the whole thing. Very much like this Frank Zappa did. I say Frank Zappa because that's my point in reference, But the big note. Every album kind of contributes to this bigger thing. So it suddenly does become far more enticing, doesn't it, to start thinking about music as part of a bigger thing. Start listening to the album, but listening to it as more a piece of the whole. It's pretty cool, man. That's what art can do to us, and that's, why we celebrate it like we do. I'm glad that you guys hung out with us. Hey, man, do you like what we do? Leave your old man a tip. That's me. Were you not entertained? Did you like spending time like this? I did too. So, let's make it so that we can keep doing these for you. Become a patron. Support this in the best way possible. For as little as $2 or $5 a month. And join us on Friday. I'm feeling so mellow right now. On Friday, we're going to do Black Sabbath, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I am looking very forward to that. So, cheers, everyone.